Got tender loving care here. God bless everyone. So, I want to discuss with you a title for cultural reasons. Now, as someone who's multicultural, every lineage, ethnicity fascinates me. So, Paul Fury, uh, Jake Paul, and Tommy Fury had a competition, a bout, in the Middle East in a town called Diriyah. Now, the competition is a boxing bout. As someone from a boxing family, father being a boxing world champion from the Caribbean, that championship is fascinating because it's a cultural belt. There was so much controversy regarding the belt, and I want to talk to you. I want to talk with you about why that belt is significant culturally. As someone with an anthropology degree and has done extensive anthropological research, that belt culturally signifies it's a sign of respect. The Diriyah Championship belt was given by the Diriyah community of Saudi Arabia, where that bout, that competition would take place. Now, the belt is everywhere that I've seen, mostly, majority is it's just labeled as the Diriyah strap. And not a lot of respect is given to that belt. That belt is a sign of respect. It's a unification. It's a treatise for what happened. Competition can go awry or it can go good. And that competition, for all intents and purposes, united many people. When Paul and Fury competed, it was sanctioned by the WBC, who promoted it in conjunction with the United States of America. You have an American competitor in Paul, who was born in the Midwest, I believe, and then moved to train in Puerto Rico, and competing against Tommy Fury of Europe. And Tommy Fury's lineage is also fascinating because Tommy Fury, as a European, considers himself part of the nomadic tribes of Romanis that consider themselves to be homeless or houseless travelers, however you want to word it, a traveling group, a group, a community, a culture that is or feels or may feel dispersed or countryless. So that title, the Diriyah Championship, that was just given, it was just placed to them almost last minute, is very controversial. Many people are disrespecting the title's name, calling it things that it's not, and you can look this up. But Diriyah, etymologically speaking, like what is the meaning of Diriyah, is it means river, it means sea, and that town of Diriyah in Saudi Arabia prided itself on being hospitable, being known for the richness of the resources, and wants to be known for its jewels, its gems, its artifacts. So I found it to be very significant that the community of Saudi Arabia and Diriyah created that belt. Now, I'm not sure how much it costs. I did do my research and I didn't come across how much that belt would cost. But I know that there are some WBC belts, straps, championships that are worth millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars, studded with diamonds and jewels. And this Diriyah Championship belt, while it varies from other championships, is like winning the local medal. When you compete, like me, I've competed, and regardless of what martial art it is, if you win first place, you usually get something, usually win something. Um, Sometimes those are belts, trophies, medallions, medals. Um, Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's a lot of other things. So that belt is interesting because it doesn't have many diamonds on it. Um, it was allocated last minute, and it has all the different flags of the world. And I think that may have all the flags of the world. I'd be surprised if it did. I mean, that's one of the reports that I read, is that it has all the flags. And it does look like it has a lot of flags, but it just seems like I would think that in on Earth, the entire belt would be like flagged up, but it's, you have the belt, and then it has flags going all around. And then I was surprised because I would think that flags would be everything. So that's fascinating. Tommy Fury did say that this is my championship belt, and I'm treating this like the biggest fight in the world. And that's fascinating, and that's a growth mindset, similar to Mike Platinum Perry's self-appointed belt. But differences, because this belt differs because this belt was made by the community as a gift to these foreigners who are competing on our land. And hospitality purports that one be gracious and give gifts. And what better gift to give than a belt? Now, it might be contentious because this Fury versus Paul competition bout was supposed to be beltless. It wasn't a championship bout. It was, for all intents and purposes, another competition for Paul and Fury. It was Paul's chance to show that he could compete with a boxer, someone who's dedicated their craft to solely boxing. Because I'm not going to call Paul's previous opponents not boxers. They're boxers. Anderson Silva is a boxer. Um, just because you train in all of martial arts doesn't mean you're not a boxer. It just means that you train in other martial arts as well. You do some boxing, then instead of doing more boxing, you practice some kickboxing, some jiu-jitsu, grappling, sambo, etc. So Fury is known to be, instead of practicing everything else, when I practice my boxing, I'm going to probably do some more boxing. So Fury is a strict boxer. He hasn't added mixed martial arts competitions. This was supposed to be the bout, the competition where Paul was going to test himself and Fury was going to have his biggest match. That's why he said, "This is my championship belt." It was just so fitting that it was awarded days or weeks before the bout. It was previously never announced. It was a surprise to all of us. And Fury is now known as a Diriyah championship boxer. He won that championship in that region. Pokemon, right? Pokemon, you have your badges, and the trainers would go town to town to town and collect the badges. So if you earn a badge in this town, then you are that town's champion. You go to a different town and you earn their badge. Same thing here. Fury won the badge, won the belt in this area. That was awarded last minute, but nonetheless, still rewarded. And now is the Diriyah champion in Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure if that title is ever going to be put up for stakes again. It's kind of like winning like like a NAGA, North American Grappling Association medal. It's kind of like winning an Olympic medal. You can compete again, but it's not going to be for the medal. It's not going to be for the strap. And that's why this is interesting, because other championships are usually put on the line. I thought that that would be the same case for the BMF title, where it was like a medal, but no, they're going to continue that lineage. Now, I'd be surprised if Fury ever put that title back on the line, but I think that that title is exclusive to Diriyah, Saudi Arabia. So it was more of a gift from the community of Saudi Arabia for these foreigners shedding their blood, sweat, and tears on our grounds, and we come in peace. Assalamu alaikum. So I found that to be fascinating. God tender love and care. God bless.